Halloween. I can't believe we're here. We
You know,
made it.
your voice just distorted, so no one had to hear that.
It only just started for you. For me, it was beautiful. It was fun. It was vivacious.
Yeah, a lot of cattle in Iowa just turned to look to see what that noise was.
Or Carlos last night. What? Uh,
Dear Carlos.
I know. What was it? What's her line? I love her. Uh, now I can't remember the line. I've known it for fucking 20 years, 30, 40, 50 years. Was it In Some Like It Hot? No, it was Singing in the Rain. The girl who has the trying to get into talkie, or they're switching to talkies, and she has that really ridiculous voice. I can't stand it. Is that it? Is that what the line was?
Uh, I don't
Come
know.
on, you gotta know. And then she said they keep putting the mic up so that it can pick up her voice better, and then she ends up with this big old rose display to cover the mic that's like right here. And then somebody goes, "What's this cord doing here?" and rips it, and it tears through her dress. Come on, that is Singing in the Rain, isn't it?
Well, Singing in the Rain was about, the start of the talkies, so
Right. So that was what it was.
sounds more like it's an episode of Three's Company, but
It was so. I love that. I love that film. I love those old films. Mm, so fun. All right. Well, welcome to Chubs Gone Wild. We're episode 4676. Obviously, something's a little off there. This is episode 467, recorded on October 31st, 2022. Happy Halloween, Tom.
yeah, you too.
Happy Samhain. Yeah, that's
Gesundheit?
pagan witch New Year.
Oh, yeah, that was my next guess.
Because Halloween was basically pagan New Year in Ireland.
Uh,
Yeah. Anyway, it is currently 70 degrees and partly cloudy outside the Chubs Gone Wild remote studios, where it is 0 days till Halloween and 24,000. 24,000. Yikes. So I've been listening to a little bit of Rent too much, apparently. 24 days till Thanksgiving, 48 till Hanukkah, 51 till winter solstice, 55 till Christmas, and one day, only one day. This is the last time we will talk about, well, maybe not the last time, but it is only one day until TJ Zombie Girl retires. And did you see her Halloween costume?
I did not.
Oh, you've got to go on Facebook when you get a chance and look. It is remember in Beetlejuice when they go into the waiting room and
Yes.
there's the woman who's cut in half sitting
Oh
on
yeah,
the
I did
sofa.
see it earlier. Yes, yeah.
Yes. And Nicole is her costume is the desk assistant
The
in
reception.
that scene, the attendant.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
receptionist.
receptionist. There you go. Anyway, perfect, absolutely perfect, perfect, perfect. And I'm so excited she's gonna retire. I can't wait till I retire. Never. Yeah. Anyway,
Oh, stop. You're gonna be a girl. You go,
I'll
yeah.
retire when I find a rich husband. Otherwise, I'm gonna be working for a long time. All right, Patreon offers folks a way to support creators and receive rewards not open to the general public, like special podcasts, videos, books, and more. We want to thank our current patrons: Clint, Nephi, Nick, DJ Sausage from the Universe, Eric, Sean, Charles, Brother Sinatus, Phoenix Dave Kingsley, and Moose P. Please visit patreon.com/slash Matt Burlingame if you would like to become a patron for as little as $8 a month. And you know what? In November, I think it's time for us to try to pick up one more patron. Just one.
Okay.
All right. Well, guess what? On October 31st, 1993, 23-year-old actor River Phoenix, who appeared in such films as Stand By Me and My Own Private Idaho, died of a drug overdose while in a West Hollywood nightclub. I remember picking up the paper uh, at the front door, as you do, that morning, and reading it on the front page and just being mortified because we were the same age. So it was just weird, 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 weird. Um, Also in 1926, a celebrated magician Harry Houdini died. Houdini was the most celebrated magician and escape artist of the 20th century and died of peri peritonitis, peritonitis, peritonitis. Thank you. I'm like, I know how to say this word. In a Detroit hospital.
You used celebrated magician twice.
Well, he was. He was very celebrated. Just saying.
Just I'm taking back your writer's card there. That's
There
terrible.
you go. I don't know. Sometimes on that site, I'm like, I really need to edit this because they kind of just slapdash this up there, I think. Anyway, all right. Time to take a deep breath for today's affirmation. Let it out. Oh, and today I take a deep breath and allow myself to relax. My entire body feels calm. Well, your body's gonna feel calm when you're sitting in that dentist chair, right? Getting some of that good carbon no monoxide.
I'm
What
not,
is it?
it's a dentist appointment. I'm not
Oh,
getting anything drilled.
oh. That was last night. Anyway, all right. Let's see what holidays coming up. We've got this is what we're celebrating for today. I'm sure there's a lots of them. We've got books for treats. I love books, but that's not a treat. Anyway, carve a pumpkin, Girl Scout Founders Day, Halloween, caramel apples. Do you like caramel apples?
Um, Not in their whole form.
Yeah,
I mean, I'll
same.
cut them up and then they're fine, but I
Yeah.
don't like eating it off the stick.
They're so messy and so teeth pulley and yeah. And I just
You
the
remember
whole
candy
apple
apples?
thing.
You remember the candy apples with the cinnamon candy coating?
Yes.
And I mean, literally, you could like talk about the razor blade and the apple
Oh,
thing.
I know, right? You
Yeah,
could. Yeah. It's also National Doorbell Day. There's a shocker.
yeah,
Uh, National Increase Your Psychic Powers Day. I don't need to. I know because I just psychically picked up on not needing to. Also, it's Knock Knock Jokes, Magic, Reformation Day. So yeah, one of the Reformations was this is the day that there was a big list posted on the church that began Reformation for the Protestants to become Protestants. Surprise! It's also Samhain, Scare a Friend Day. Also, sneak some of the candy yourself before the kids start knocking day. Bitch, that's every day. Trick or treat for UNICEF. You talked about that last night, right?
yeah,
Yeah. They give you the little money, but they don't give you no candy.
yeah.
Bastard.
And they give you pennies, just
Yeah,
pennies.
right. And then it's also World Savings Day. Yeah, I don't know how that works. Save the world or world savings. And we do have some amazing birthdays to celebrate. Yesterday was mine, and I had so many wonderful friends come over and celebrate me. It was really great. And then I had the one bitter one who spent most of his time in the kitchen. But anyway, we won't talk about him. Although we thank him for being a patron of the show.
Okay, let's
All
hear a
right.
thought.
Today's birthdays KP, Jack, Jeff, Gian, lots of J's. Anthony, Dave. Oh, Dave Stewart from the theater. Oh, I miss him. I really do. Also, that Whitman Tinka. Oh, that reminds me. I got to pick to listen to the new Big Fatty show so I can hear him say Whitman Tinka. Also, those were yesterday. We have upcoming birthdays so far. Oh, Scott, our Scott McCroy. Happy birthday to you. To Jackie, Tyro, John, Pauline, author Will Knaus. Naus. Cross. Never heard his last name pronounced. But anyway, he has a fabulous author. He writes a lot of different like hockey books and stuff like that. His husband does a lot of that too. Moving on. Also to Daniel, Stephanie, oh that Jay the Haunt Cub, and Rumble Reedhead. Yay! Also, we do have a few more. Bear with me. Uh, Mimo, Jay, Robert, Mark, Sharon, and Kelly. Happy birthday, all my fellow Scorpios. You're treasured. All right. Oh, we got yeah. Hey, we got something in our feedback. Sean wrote in and said, I liked Mr. Robot, but I can see how it's not for everyone. Yeah, I think that's the main thing. I can recognize that it's a good show, but I'm just burned out on conspiracy series stuff.
And Sean entering that sending that message has him entered into the year-end contest.
That is true.
Just saying.
He's gonna get some urine fun.
Urine fun?
Yes, get it? Yeah.
You stop with the PPs.
Yeah, I heard that last night. Anyway, also we do have some chub hugs to send out. Would you like to go first?
Well, basically to the that poor crowd in South Korea, and of course those people on that bridge in India.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, well, and Paul Pelosi.
Yes.
Yes,
Mm,
Nancy Pelosi's husband, Paul.
Oh, and guess what? Did you see what Elon Musk? I can't believe I'm talking about him. Uh, put on Twitter. He ended up posting some conspiracy theory site saying that Paul was having sex with that guy, and
Oh yeah, I heard that. Yes, that
like,
was.
come on, fucking people, stop this shit already. Have a little bit of humanity.
So why
Um,
would he put the hammer if they were lovers? I understand that. That's
I don't know. And also, so yes, definitely the stuff that happened in Seoul and the bridge in India, but also there were two car bombs that killed 100 people in Somalia yesterday. So chug hugs out to the victims of that. And I do have a couple other chub hugs, but let's read this first. Golden Rule Services of Sacramento encourages all LGBTQ and BIPOC individuals to get vaccinated against monkeypox. Signs of infection include flu-like symptoms, rashes, and sores, and can look like pimples or blisters. Learn more at sacgrs.org. Yes, I know Tom's got some little spots, but they're not monkeypox. They're not monkeypox. They are beauty marks.
yeah.
Yes. Special chub hugs out to Toppy Smelly in that George and Atlanta, and Mike G, your friend of my friend, our friend. They have donated to my GRS birthday fundraiser on Facebook, and it is very appreciated. They were very generous, and if anybody else just has a few spare dollars and wants to donate to GRS, who supports us and loves us, you can go over to my Facebook page and it's there. And you can find that at all my links, which we'll announce at the end of the show. All right, and now Tom wants to talk to you about some really fun stuff.
I do.
I think.
Okay. Let's see. First of all, I did finish House of Dragons.
Yes. Yes.
Something we you were talking kind of skirting around last week.
Mm,
Uh, it was a much better ending than Lord of the Rings for what that's worth.
yes.
Yeah,
Or
I
what it's
mean,
worth.
at least something happened, and we are, we have main characters that we're actually following in House of Dragons. So they had the best ending of the season, but oh my God, it was kind of tedious getting through both of them.
I know.
But but this is back to that whole thing with fantasy that we were talking about last week.
Yep.
Not only do they switch out Liam Neeson now, for the Watcher or
Oh,
The Witcher.
yeah. Not Liam Neeson.
Oh, that's right.
Although it might as well
Hemsworth.
have been, but
Yeah, Hemsworth. Switching
yeah.
him out.
Well, hopefully Liam can actually bring something to the role that Superman couldn't.
What, acting?
Well, there's that. Maybe they can give him some decent extensions so he doesn't, I don't know, look like a really aging Lothario. Or I don't, I don't care. There's only one interesting character in that whole show, and it's the witch. And then after season one, they wasted her character. Anyway,
Well, this week on the British Bake Off, it
Ooh,
was custard week.
yes,
I mean, custard is custard, but
yes,
it was, it's an okay week, but I did see that it's Prue, right?
yeah.
Yeah, she was she was on TV, I guess, last week trying to defend their Mexican week still.
Um, there was no defense for that.
Yeah, I know. It's so funny that because they basically are like the perfect show, and the one week they pick a very well. It's and I mean it was just, I guess, like we were talking about, Mexican food is just not as prevalent as it is in the United States,
Right,
and also avocados.
right.
You
Yeah,
know, we are flooded with avocados here.
yeah.
They might know guacamole, but they might not know avocado. I,
Oh,
I
what
I
was the
remember
one
as a
they?
kid, we would get avocado rarely,
Mhm.
during the summer, and then all of a sudden they started shipping them from South America in the winter time, and that's when it became really popular during Super Bowls and stuff like that, during football games.
Yeah,
Well, home football games. So it's just it just maybe hasn't reached them yet. They're not a warm weather country, so
that's
I
true.
can't imagine they're growing a lot of them.
What was the thing on the show? Was it following that they had to, like, they'd never baked before or something, or never heard of it? I'm like, how do you not know that?
Oh, the Tres Leche cake.
That's what it was. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
But
was.
but the thing is that for because the tacos were the middle one. That was the one that they had to make guacamole for.
No, there was
Um,
the episode after that though.
oh
There was something that was very like, I'm like, how do you not know? Was it a pie? Was it something with pumpkin?
no, it was desserts.
I don't
Remember?
know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
But I mean,
um,
I understand not having pumpkin. In fact, we had a friend of the show who was posting that he's never tasted pumpkin spice anything over there.
really.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Uh, let's see.
Oh, by the way, just a quick shout out. Santo, is that his name?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's gay. And he joked about an OnlyFans too.
Oh, he's on OnlyFans.
Well, apparently not, but it was a joke that came up, and well, now everybody's talking about one.
Okay.
Mhm.
Um, let's see. Mass Singer this week. The two people that got sent home were Jerry Springer as the Beetle, and then the girl who played Robot Girl was Kat Graham, and the three that the ones that stayed was the Three Little Lambs. So, and I'm pretty sure it's the Brady girls. I'm
Yeah.
just saying. They had the Brady boys, and this sounds like the voices weren't good enough to sound like, TLC, or some like three girl group from the 90s. So I'm thinking, okay, it's the Brady Girls.
Flying down the highway in the makeshift mom.
Okay. Let's see. Well, we'll talk about Bachelor in Paradise later, right?
Yes.
Okay. Finish The Watcher.
Yeah.
I was happy with the ending. I mean, the ending was fine. It just kind of it gave you like a, well, since the crimes have never been, found out. I
Hmm.
mean, they don't know who was causing any of this, and it is based on a true story. So they kind of gave a question mark kind of
Yeah.
ending, so, which is fine. And um, but I mean, if people see it, they'll understand what I'm talking about. It's one of those where, okay, they didn't try to jump the shark. They,
Yeah.
they just they kind of brought it to a satisfying ending,
That's
which was
good.
good. Let's see. No, which one? So I don't know. Stop. No, no. I'm watching Alaska Daily, which is the Hillary Swank show that's on Hulu and ABC. Um, I love this show. It's kind of I'm becoming obsessed with it. I'm looking forward to it each week, which is always a good thing. So,
Yeah.
and they only give out one episode a week, so I can't just binge through it, which I probably would if I had the opportunity. So,
Huh.
um,
Wow.
um, let's see. On Girls Five Eva
Hmm.
is moving to Netflix, which is good because now somebody might actually see Girls Five Eva. Because sitting over there on Peacock, who the hell has Peacock? I know that everybody that has Xfinity can get Peacock, but do they
Right.
really want it? So
Wait.
it,
Okay.
See, I do like
Huh.
Peacock is getting better though. It
Yeah.
really is. I mean, they're keeping up with introducing films like Halloween Ends. They
Right.
indeed with theaters, and they had the what was the other one? The Them They, which was that debuted there. So I mean, they're bringing them in, and you can see everything that's on NBC on Peacock, but it's just, yeah, you know it's not thrilling me.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Peacock, you're right. Peacock is actually one of the better ones of those. Unlike the other one you were talking about, which was I think Apple TV, who
Right.
it's the same way for me. I'm like, I have absolutely no reason to pay attention to that, even after a year of having it free.
Yeah, it's just so limited on what they have or what interests me. Even though I'm, like with the Mr. Robot, the shows I'm sure are well made. I've seen some of
Mhm.
them. They're well made, but they're just not, and they're not daily Alaskan me. That doesn't
Right.
make I'm not oh, I got to get to that. I mean, they've had a couple that I've been really excited about, but not much lately.
Yeah.
So, and one last thing, I did see the Curse of Bridge Hollow, which
Yes.
is Marlon Wayne's new direct to movie on Netflix. And it's I I mean, it's definitely a kids kind of movie. The besides him being the star, his daughter is a teenager who lifts the curse of Bridge Hollow, um, and of course it's on Halloween.
Mm.
So this is when it's all happening, and it's like Hocus Pocus kind of fun. It's just it's not a great movie, but it's an entertaining movie.
I think that's the one I'm going to watch tonight.
Yeah. Um, yeah, it was just fun. They got a good cast. It was funny, you know,
Yeah.
pretty lighthearted. So
Good.
that would definitely tell people if they liked Hocus Pocus and all its silliness, I mean, they're not getting a Halloween Ends here, right?
Yeah.
You're getting a a kids movie, not really kids. You know what I'm talking about.
Hmm.
just because a lot of people, were bitching about Hocus Pocus 2, and
I
it's
don't
like
get that. It was
it's almost the same thing. You love Hocus Pocus 1, it's almost the exact same movie.
yeah, just better film quality and
Right.
stuff, honestly.
25 years worth of better film quality.
Yeah. And the thing, I was kind of hoping that Hocus Pocus 2 would start out with the witches coming back and then doing a spell to blow that screaming little girl, now that she was an adult, into the next uh universe.
Yeah, but they one upped her. They just left her out.
I was fine with that too.
Yeah.
Now, I don't want to diss the actress because she's probably a wonderful star
Oh,
now.
she no, she
But dear
really is.
God, she was just horrible.
Well, that's what she's supposed to be, the irritating little sister, and she lived up to it.
She did.
I mean, I think that anybody that would think of that as a present to somebody, an image of that child,
I know.
is almost cruel.
Yes. And now I have it on a keychain. I feel like just
Oh, oh God, horrible.
going to the toilet with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was horrible.
So that's it.
Okay. Well, it sounds like you didn't have that busy of a week.
No, I left a lot out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I have been watching my little spookies
Yes.
a
Yeah.
lot because, well, as we cruised towards today, these guys are bringing out compilations of videos. I mean, like an hour and a half's worth. Most of them are almost out an hour long. So one has a live stream that's continual for I don't know how long, but
Wow.
some of these channels have had hundreds and hundreds of compilations. So they start pushing them together. You can go quite a ways with that. So,
Yeah.
but they all have their own Halloween edition. And
Mm,
even though I've seen everything on them pretty much, except for one, I saw one today that was really kind of good. One little video clip, but most of them I've seen because they were all pushing it towards Halloween because this is their bread and butter day.
right. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's see. I watched Handmaid's Tale, the latest episode, and it's taken a really kind of crazy turn. Uh, she may move. She just wants to be near that daughter so badly. So she may just be moving back into a special town in Gilead. Yeah. Anyway, uh, if you follow it, you know what I mean. But let me tell you, this is a show that is both really interesting, and at the same time, it's almost scarier than like the American Horror Stories and stuff because this you could see in a way actually happening, especially the way things are going in America. So it's just so. Ugh. Anyway, I also watched the Power of the Doctor parts 1 and 2. So that is the new Doctor Who, the episodes where our dear oh gosh, her name's slipping away from me at the moment. With the current Doctor, she basically her life is over and she is transmorphing into the next incarnation of the Doctor, but it's a little surprise because it's actually David Tennant who was the Doctor, the second incarnation of the newer Doctor series, and he was suddenly there and looking at himself like, "Huh? What? What's going on?" And I was just looking at him like, "Yay! Can we do a couple years with this one? Yeah, that
Well,
that
they
would be
can over on Disney Plus.
fun." Oh, so here, okay. So anyway, there is actually the next Doctor is going to be a black
A
actor.
mouse, a talking mouse.
No, let me tell you, there's some theories, but it's going to be a black actor who has done a couple really good series over there, and I think he'll be a really good new Doctor. I'm looking forward to seeing what he did, but I'm gonna miss Jodie. Jodie's her name. I will miss her. She did really, really good as the Doctor. Um, yes, there is a story. Disney has invested in the Doctor. And I was all for, okay, you know what, that keeps the Doctor alive, that, could interject some really cool things in it. But then when they ran the title, will Americanize the Doctor, uh-uh, I don't want that. The Doctor is a British series. I like the British sensibility. I like it. I don't want to see it Americanized or Disneyized or just let it be. Let it
I
be.
do.
Let it be. What?
Maybe it'll be watchable now.
If you actually think that, then you haven't really watched it because I would have thought that you would have liked a lot of it, especially the earlier uh,
I,
incarnations.
I tried
Anyway,
to watch it. I found it kind of boring.
the newer version or the older version?
The newer version.
Okay. Well,
I mean, I
fair.
saw a few episodes. The one where they have the stretched skin and it talks.
Oh yes, Cassandra.
Yeah, and a lot of people said, "Oh, that's one of the better episodes." And I'm like, "Oh, then I'm not going to
I
watch
don't
that."
know if I'd say better episodes, but she was definitely one of the better villains.
Okay, so
Yeah.
anyway, there's that.
Okay. So, let's see. Call Me Cat was okay. They're still going down the baby thing. She's still trying to find sperm. And then finally, uh, after she's banned from all the clinics because she stalked the sperm donor that she wanted, um, she finally is with Max. Max says, I will donate the sperm for your baby. And then they have this whole thing where she's uncertain about that. And at the end of this show, they finally like get it on. And I'm like, this is where the frickin' series is supposed to go. That they get together. And they kept fucking it up. And I mean, not even in Sam and Diane where it was a cat and mouse thing. They just kept fucking it up. And now they finally seem to be getting it together. Although I will say, and of course, at the end of the series or at the end of the show, they ran the whole in memory of, loving memory of Leslie Jordan. And of course, that got me all misty. But even in this show, he hardly did anything in this show. And I'm telling you, it looked like something was up. So I don't know. It just he felt off. But anyway, but it might be getting better. I have a little bit of hope that it's getting better
No,
again.
he's not going to get better.
No, he won't, but the show might.
Oh, the
Although I
show.
am not looking forward to having to go through the whole obligatory, we lost Phil uh show. Those shows always are so sad. Um I finished She-Hulk and I was okay with it. I'll just say that. The whole breaking the fourth wall and stuff, which most of the time I'm fine with. I don't know. I don't know. It was just weird. But I was fine with it really.
Okay.
And there we go. Um, I am looking forward to more, but I think that they kind of, if they do a second season, they kind of need to figure some things out. Well, shall we say? Um, so my Halloween watching has been sparse. I watched High Spirits. I watched Halloween Town, some Home Improvement, Halloween episodes, Garfield, and House of Clocks. Um, all of which are just kind of silly, corny movies and fun, and I watch them every year. I haven't watched Practical Magic yet, so I think Practical Magic and the one that you were talking about will be tonight. Um, Halloween baking competition is over. I watched the last episode of that last night, and I was very happy with the winner. Are you keeping track of this one?
Um, well, I watched the last one that was on Discovery Plus, but it wasn't the finale, so
Okay,
it
well,
must have
the
been the one
finale
right
was on
before.
last night, so
Oh, that's why. So yeah.
okay. So I think it's the same. I think you'll like the winner. was pretty good. And then I've also watching Halloween Wars still. I think once tonight's done, I'm not gonna bother watching any of the because there's like another 2 seasons of it. I'm just whatever.
Well, then you can start the Christmas wars.
I'll wait for December to do that. I think I burned out myself on the Halloween a little early this year. Also, I want to send a lot of love and hugs out to Moose and Kathy Bacon, both of whom were very sweet. Sent me some cards and a couple little gifts, and let me tell you, it put a big smile on my face. Mr. Moose got me a shirt that has Elizabeth has Bewitched, where it has Endora on one side and Samantha on the other. Absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect shirt. And Miss Bacon made me some homemade cards, which I absolutely love and adore. She really has a knack for that. So,
Your best friend got you a keychain.
of a screamy little girl. Ugh, that character. And you're right. I shouldn't blame the actress. She was doing what she was directed to do, but
Right.
that character was just so horrible.
Oh, yeah. Oh my God.
And
It's just
she was half the problem of the whole movie.
well, when you opened that thing up, it was, and I knew what, and I finally found out what you had. It was like, oh my God,
It just
what
summed
a
the whole night up.
what a thoughtful gift
Yeah.
for Brian to give you,
Yeah. Well, his gift was actually better. It was a box of Texas toast.
and not the dollar store kind.
I know, which was amazing. And I forgot and left it there, so I'll have to go over and get it. But yeah, I like Texas toast. Let's see, Moose P talked about you guys, and also I want to give a special shout out and hugs to Tom, who gave me some beautiful lights, which I plugged in last night. And not only are they battery, but they're also like USB plug-in, so
That's
I don't
what
have to
yeah.
use batteries with them.
Well, thank you for putting it on your list.
Yes, but they are really cool. I really love them. And then also the house that you gave me.
Oh,
It's a big, like 2 foot orange and black glittery Halloween house. I brought it home and I set it on the counter. And when my mom got up, she turned and she looked at it and she goes, "That's really beautiful." So yeah, it was very cool.
and I can't wait to when you get the batteries in there to find out which lights,
Yeah.
which windows light up.
Yes,
I
and I
don't
love
remember.
the realistic cobwebs and stuff.
I know it's fascinating.
So, and also another just little quick thank you out to Nephi, who was very generous and very sweet with his birthday stuff this year. So, all right, we want to. Oh wait.
No, no, mutual shows.
Oh yes. Sorry. Mutual shows. So Bachelor in Paradise, week 5, parts 1 and 2.
It took a real dark turn
Wow.
for me.
Yeah.
Where it was, I mean, sure, Jill was always crying, but this time was really ugly. She gets there and he goes, when you were gone, I realized I didn't really care, you know.
Yeah.
And then she run off crying. And weren't you the one that's saying, why is it that they always run away crying? But it's
Yeah.
like, well, it's because the last thing you want to do after you've been humiliated on TV is sit around with the other bitches going, oh, what happened? Well, you know what fucking happened, you know?
Well, see, that's what I would be like, though. I mean, all the girls they run on. Not only do they run away crying, and then they have a big meltdown in front of the private camera thing,
Right.
but then they leave. I'm like, I would have taken my ass back to the beach. I would have slammed a few drinks, and I would have just been me. It's like at that point, you might as well just enjoy your time there and hope that somebody else finds an interest in you.
See, now
But
you sound like
Brian,
what's her name? The blonde. who's
Oh, Shanae.
Shanae. You sound like Shanae.
Well, hey, at least she's a little bit more realistic. She's still crazy, but she's a little bit more realistic about the shit. And not only that, but they were all like, oh, and what was his name? The one that dumped Jill, who I
Um,
actually did feel a little sorry for at the end.
not
Um,
really. I don't think he felt sorry. I
no,
mean,
no,
he.
no. I felt a little sorry for
Oh
her.
yeah, yeah.
No,
Oh,
but
for him,
he got dumped just before he dumped her, and he was ready. And I'm like,
he bonered up in the hot tub.
he what?
He bonered up in the hot tub. He's a pig.
Nothing wrong with that. Boner enough, fine.
Well, when he's
But then she dumped him. Apparently, it wasn't where anything that she really wanted.
well, no, Jill. Oh, you mean the girl that he was with in the hot tub?
Yeah, okay, which guy are you talking about? The one that
The
Joe was.
Tarzan.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
because he got dumped just before he dumped her.
Well, which it's just it's see what I'm saying. It's just all it's all turned a little ugly now. Because the difference with the Bachelor and Bachelorette is they're all going towards one person.
Mm-hmm.
Now this is like you find somebody that you like on the beach, or you're going home. There's no and if you don't like them, or if you can't find anybody you like, you better find somebody that you can fake like to stay on the show.
Right,
Otherwise, you're not
exactly.
going to get a chance to meet anybody and fall in love. And I hear there's a surprise wedding coming up this
I
next
think
week.
if there is a surprise wedding, I think it's probably what's the one who came back and there were two of them that came back and found out that they neither of them had cheated or had any interest, and
Oh,
both of them were guys that I found completely forgettable or
yeah,
didn't really care for,
I
but I
agree.
was glad because I did like the girls for them.
Right. Um,
So
yeah, so I don't know who that's going to be, but and it wasn't just Jill and Tarzan. It was a lot of them. And I mean,
yeah,
even when Shanae is like, just like looking like she's been slapped to the floor, if I felt bad for her. It's
I
just
did. Yeah.
yeah, and just some of the guys were just kind of assholes.
Right.
And
Oh yeah. Oh totally. And then Johnny actually was a decent sort of. I don't care for him, but anyway. And Logan. Why
I,
is everybody so hot for Logan?
I don't understand it either.
I don't get it. Anyway, but I am glad to see Michael found somebody interesting, and I hope that kind of works out. So anyway, and then the other one was, are you caught up with American Horror Story?
Yes.
Okay, so how are you feeling about this show?
I still like well, I like the killer is loose storyline.
Mm.
You the tall guy with the glasses,
It's very tall.
yeah. But I like that storyline. The other storyline about how they introduced AIDS into um
Yeah,
the
what the
gay
fuck?
population is, it's like it's kind of a conspiracy theory that when you throw it out there, it's like, you really need to have more facts that this is really happening.
Yeah, I'm
It
like,
feels like a big reveal that he's trying to do here. And if it's just, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it.
yeah, it's weird. It's like, are you doing this plague and then like the AIDS is something different that just happens to happen at the same time? Are you trying, yeah, are you trying to do a conspiracy? I don't get it. I don't get it, and I'm just waiting for the end where I hope it's not like some of his other stuff where he actually kind of explains what the fuck's going on.
Right.
But yeah, and then the whole uh Mazel Molotov cocktail thrown into the bar, killing those people and everything. It was very reminiscent of that other uh, bar from a long time ago that got
Right. In New Orleans.
right. So that was kind of out of the blue. And I'm like, I don't get why that character, who obviously apparently works for the rich
Yeah,
Zachary
Zachary
Quinto,
Quinto. But I think it's just I don't
dumb
think it's
headache.
the same person.
Hmm. I was kind of wondering the same thing because
Yeah,
it just didn't make sense to me. But I think there's just too many red herrings at this point, or maybe there's enough red herrings.
right,
Yeah,
right. That's a good way of thinking of it. Yeah.
right. And that's was there any other shows? Because those are the only ones I kind of caught up on.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay. All right. Well, make your holiday giving too much this year by using the code FMWildChub to take 20% off anything of your purchase over at fatmarkerclothing.com. And trust me, there's a lot of really good holiday stuff coming in. All right. Our advice column, well, not our advice column, but this is Dear Prudy's advice column, slate.com. Go check them out. I am tired of unethical people. My daughter's friend's family takes advantage of government assistance, even though they clearly don't need it. I'm not going to explain how I am certain they don't need it. Just trust me. The other day, the friend's dad asked me if we were going anywhere for the school break. I told him we are trying to save money, so we aren't going anywhere. Meanwhile, they're going to Asia for the second time this year. I couldn't help but feel resentful. It feels like the money I'm paying for taxes is going straight into their undeserving pockets. I'm assuming attempting any conversation about this would end with terrible results. Am I right? Can I turn them in anonymously? Should I stop socializing with these people for my mental health? They aren't completely unavoidable as we have a lot of mutual friends. Or should I try to see them as complex human beings and accept that no one is perfect? You should mind your own fucking business because you probably don't know what the shit's really going on. Anyway,
Yeah.
that's just my part of
Well,
it.
it's none of your business.
Mm-hmm.
This this person doesn't know what's going on. They're making assumptions. Maybe they're if the family is an Asian family, maybe they're going home to visit people. Maybe someone's sick. Maybe someone's paying their way back to Asia. There's a
Oh, that
lot of
it's another
things
thing.
that the assumptions that are made here is that, oh, first class tickets back to wherever they're from. you
Well,
know
this is like the old thing with like, oh my God, did you see that person? They used EBT food stamps to buy a steak and some lobster and some shrimp. Meanwhile, you're not seeing that they're on sale for like $2.50 because they're like 3 days over, you know. It's like you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You're just being bigoted. Anyway,
it it's this has been going on for years.
yep. And
So,
it is. It's the rich turning the middle class against the poor and saying, oh, look at them. They're the reasons for
you know
everything.
it's like saying, how are they able to afford fresh fruit and beef and all these expensive items when we don't. Well, why do you not do that? Well, because you're saving money, or you know you're not you're shopping at Safeway and they're shopping at Winco. There's a lot of different this is there's so
People
many things
have
going.
this conception that if you are on some sort of assistance, uh, that basically you should be miserable
Right,
the entire time. You should
canned
not,
foods
you shouldn't
and
enjoy yourself. You shouldn't
hamburger.
go anywhere. You shouldn't have anything nice. You shouldn't eat anything but, bad food. You should just be miserable because otherwise you don't need it.
Hamburger Helper is your lobster.
Right. And the price of hamburger these days? Jeez.
Well, in the old days.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, well, let's see what Jim Prudy had to say. You can't possibly be certain, but okay. Let's say you are. Welfare fraud is very rare, but let's say this family is in fact engaging in it. They're wrong and bad for doing this. Did it feel good to hear that? Or do you need to tell them they're wrong and bad to feel good? Would you would you have to report them and see them face consequences? You asked what you can do and you can do whatever you want. But I don't think you're going to get a lot out of getting these people in trouble or cutting them off. It feels like this is representative of a larger frustration with injustice and unfairness, and how some people suffer in life while other much worse people seem to avoid any consequences for their misdeeds. I don't know that you can reprogram yourself to see them as complex human beings, but I wonder if you can take your passion for fairness, for resources going to those who need them, and for tax dollars being used for the greater good, and channel it somewhere else, like volunteering for a cause that matters to you, or throwing yourself into campaigning for the local candidate who is working to create the world you want to see. There are a lot of people doing unethical stuff in this world, and I want better for you than obsessing about them and their character. Do something else instead. There you
Mind
go.
your own business.
But
Yeah, I mean,
oh my God, they get $25 that, oh, whatever. I mean, anyway, enough. Enough of that. Hey, Chubs, Timothy asks, have you ever had a crush on any of your doctors?
never.
Yes.
Although I do remember when I got my first hydrocele back a few years, 10, 15 years, well, no, 50, probably 20 years ago. Um, I went through a group of doctors that had to come in and um, you know, put the finger up the rectum thing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And the first one was a female, so that was nothing. One of the guys was at least kind of cute, so that helped. But no, it was like,
Hmm.
no, the doctors. There's no. I've never had a McDreamy. Let's say that.
Yeah. I, yeah, I mean, most of my doctors are like, okay. I mean, like I do them. But thankfully, I've had some mostly good women doctors, and you know, nothing there for that. But I did have one emergency room visit where I did have a Dr. McDreamy who was in charge of the unit, and holy cow, I would have done about anything that he had asked me to. I follow him on Twitter, and then well, several years later, how you're really into somebody and they're so cool and cute. And then at one point, a couple years later, after the fog is cleared, and you look at them and you realize, wow, almost everything on that man is fake. Yeah. Uh, wow. I didn't see that. Didn't see that in the beginning. Hmm. But anyway, still, he's a great person and a great doctor. And well, yes, I would do him, but that's just how it rolls. Hey, Timothy wants to know, hey Chubs, for flat chocolate bars, do you take a bite out of it or do you break it apart first?
If it comes in like Hershey bars, they have like,
Squares.
well, it's you got the bar, and then when you open it up, it's got sections.
Yeah.
If it's got sections, I'll break apart the sections.
Hmm.
But if it's like a Nestle's Crunch,
Hmm.
which I think is just the whole bar, then I'll just bite into it.
Um, uh, Pretty much the same for me. I like the Hershey's bars with the almonds, and they have that
Right.
nice curve. I like just biting into that. But yeah, the Hershey bars that have the sections and stuff, or the king size ones. Uh, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
those
Now,
king
if
size
it's
Reese's
yeah,
with
if
all
it's
the
a
sections. Oh, so good.
Well, if it's a regular like Three Musketeers or
Hmm.
Snickers, Kit Kat, I will eat off all the chocolate first.
Yes. Yep.
I mean, I just
That
break
too.
it off. I don't want, I eat the chocolate and then I'll go after the wafers or after the nougat or
Yep.
after the peanuts and caramel and the Snickers. And then I used to, when I was younger, just, like teenager, I would eat all of it, all the chocolate off the Snickers, the Three Musketeers, and then I would poop out what was left over. You know, I'd kind of make it into like a turd and go.
God. Sorry, Nephi. Yeah. Anyway, let's
And of
see.
course, I'd swirl it around in my mouth so it was kind of slimy looking when it came out.
Hey, what's in your lunchbox? Oh, wait, before I do that, send us your questions at chubsgonewild@gmail.com.
Wait, doesn't
Most
Timothy
of the questions
automatically
are
get
just going to
entered
be,
into the year-end contest?
yes, but he has already been entered because
Oh, okay.
of last show. He asked a question or two. All right. Hey, what's in your lunchbox? Mr. Moose wrote in and said, "Hey, girl, hey. Travel day and tired tonight. Stopped into a hotel restaurant for a quick dinner before bed. Cheeseburger, double patties on Angus beef, 3-year-old aged cheddar aloe. Really? Huh. Okay. Uh, house made dill pickle, butter lettuce, tomato, and great fries. Aloe. I don't know if I've ever heard of that on them.
I
Anybody?
say yes, please, for this one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's beautiful. That bun. I like the bun.
The whole thing just looks excellent, and the butter lettuce is always a nice touch.
Appetizer of butter squash soup. Glad I didn't order a bowl. Wow. That does look kind of big and very well put. I'm not a big kind of soupy fan before something, but I would have had that. That looks beautiful.
Yeah, it looks excellent. Looks like a little balsamic
Mm,
reduction on the top there with a nice crouton. I would have liked a little bowl of croutons to dip into the.
Croutons. Yeah, pretty cool. Next up, we have harvest salad, arugula, prosciutto, apple, avocado, parmesan, grilled cheese with a vinaigrette. Enjoyed it. That looks just really yum. Oh, now I want a salad. Oh, but I'll have this first. Breakfast of honey butter chicken biscuit with a side of homestyle potatoes. That biscuit is amazing.
Yeah, that looks fun.
Yeah. And then we have a Caesar salad, grilled romaine Parmesan cheese, Caesar dressing, chicken was really good. Grilling the lettuce added a smoky flavor. That's very cool.
Well, whatever's the cheese over the top of the
Yeah.
just looks like amazing.
And wow. Yeah. Yep. Okay. So I'm just drooling here going, I want to try that. All right. And hey, you can send us what's in your lunchbox at chubsgonewild@gmail.com. And don't forget that whatever you send us, an email, a phone call, any little comment, you can get entered into the year-end contest where you're going to get a lovely holiday package. Tom's big holiday package. Mm.
Yeah.
Anyway, hey, Golden Rule
It's a
Services.
big scrotum, that's all.
Hey, some
Yeah.
people are into that. Golden Rule Services wants you to know about an important tool in preventing you from contracting HIV. PrEP is a medication proven to be 99% effective when preventing HIV infection. To learn more about PrEP, visit sacgrs.org. And find Tom's other podcast at swannerandjudd.com. Find my books at justkisstheguy.com. Find all our links, including our email and other information about us at allmylinks.com/chubsgonewild. And give us a call at
408-69 Chubs.
Yes, Queen. Oh, what a great episode. Happy Halloween, everybody. And happy Samhain, Happy New Year. Oh, it's just a wonderful, wonderful day.
You didn't notice that this is the first time I've had a shirt on.
Oh, I noticed, girl. I noticed, but hey,
It's just too
if you don't want to entertain our watchers, that's your problem.
well, I can't do it without turning the heat on. It is cold.
It is. It's nice and chilly and lovely.
Well, it's just weird because it yesterday was the first day that I felt cold in the morning, and it's the same temperature as it was the 3 days before that. But something just made it different, and it's not the humidity. I checked; the humidity is fine. It's low.
I have loved staying a little extra while in bed in the mornings, all covered up
Oh,
and feeling toasty, when it feels like you're just stealing those last few moments of comfort and sleep from the night. So lovely. Anyway, all right. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we will catch you next week. Bye.
bye.